You ready for a first water landing?
Let's go!
Hi, my name is Jen, and I'm on a mission to land at every single public airport in the United States. But today, I'm not exactly landing at an airport. My friend from way up in Wisconsin, the one and only Cheese Pilot, decided to take me up in his amphibious Lake 200 today. This was going to be my first ever seaplane experience, and what an amazing aircraft to do it in. My gosh, the Lake 200 is a rare find, capable of landing on the water just as well as it lands on terra firma. Just make sure you land gear up for the first and gear down for the second. When I pulled up to Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport for our lake hopping adventure, I knew I had to do it in style. One nice perk to flying a seaplane is getting to rock your favorite swimwear. You never know when you might end up in the water after all. I arrived in regular clothes, but my mermaid costume was waiting underneath my Abercrombie t-shirt. I can't say that I chose the most appropriate footwear for this adventure, but we had enough towels in the back to wipe me down if my feet got too wet. Besides, the dogs aren't coming out for free on these social media streets.
You ready for some action?
Right foot here, and you can step over on the wing. The oil's here, or you can climb up on top.
We started our trip off with a solid pre-flight as I took some time to admire the intricacies of the Lake 200. This specific lake had some cool quirks, like charging cables built into the wings to keep those external cameras running all day. Ah, the perks of airplane ownership. But enough of that, time to hop in and get that engine started.
So when we go to take off, this is the oil pressure gauge, these are the annunciators. This airplane it's an EP, they only made 40 of them.
Oh.
Okay, so it's got a different engine than what most lakes have.
Have you been in a seaplane?
No.
Up on floats? Okay.
No, I haven't.
So, a flying boat is drastically more difficult than floats.
Okay.
People make the joke that just because you have your seaplane rating, it doesn't mean you're capable of flying a lake or a flying boat.
Okay.
You end up at a really low landing attitude. If you end up too high, you skip off the water like a rock. So every other landing you've done, it's been like,
Yeah.
these, it's just think of your worst three-point landing ever. That's what we're aiming for.
Oh, fighting all that conditioning.
Exactly.
I made it clear that I wasn't just here to take cute selfies and brag to everyone that I was out flying in a seaplane on a random Tuesday. Although, okay, that was part of it. I was actually here to learn, though. Not to be a passenger princess, but to log my first couple hours of instruction in the art of taking off and landing on the water.
Oh.
I got nice and comfy while my instructor demonstrated a proper water landing. Much better.
It's going to be a couple splash and goes. Roger.
Splash and go.
Splash and dashes.
Splash and dash.
I can't tell it. It's moving, isn't it? All right.
Very slowly.
If he's making wake, that wake is going to be massive.
Oh, that's going to be chonky.
Yeah. All right, gears up, flaps are down. I don't see any wheels on my side. Do you see any wheels on your side?
I do not.
All right, then we're ready to land. Mixers rich, props forward.
Red and white for water.
It is. All right, looks like we do have a little bit of wind coming from the right. And
Cool.
there's these birds. So we're going to give these birds some clearance. Come on, Loon, get out of the way.
Landing an airplane on the water. If that's not freedom, I don't know what is.
Get my 500 feet distance.
That was a little softer than I thought it was going to be, like hitting the water.
Oh, it wasn't my best landing.
Really?
No, it's actually pretty bad.
Oh, shouldn't have said that. I thought it was
You were
good.
genuinely impressed? All right.
Lucky for me, I was in perfect company for this mission. If you don't know him already, my friend Cheese Pilot is an airline pilot, a CFI, and one of the most prolific creators of educational aviation content. He's most famous for his YouTube mock oral series, where he brings on students getting ready for their private, instrument, and commercial check rides and gives them mock oral exams, role-playing as a tough but fair DPE. Given all that, I was excited to receive my first hours of duel from the man himself. We've had our share of fun times at various air shows, but now it's time to lock in and get down to business.
All right, so you saw the water landing, right?
Yeah.
You saw the attitude. You saw how it was pretty flat.
It was pretty flat.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is you're going to come down to about treetops. You're going to use about 1,500 manifold pressure to come down to about treetops.
Okay.
And then you've got your VSI right here. So you've seen a G5, you see the VSI.
Yeah.
right? We're looking for touchdowns below 100 feet per minute. Airplane's settling down. Go ahead and drop the flaps. I want you to see what it does when you drop the flaps. So pull out and then push down. Now the plane wants to fucking dive. Because we shifted our center of lift way back. Okay.
And then you gotta fix the trim.
Let's trim it for about 75. So right about treetops. Go ahead and bring it back in to about 12 inches of manifold pressure. I do see birds, so let's avoid those.
Alright, oh yeah, I see them.
Alright, how you feeling, or you want me to show you?
I'm good.
Alright.
Just talk me through it.
Alright, so let's go prop full forward. So we can access all the power as necessary. How's the controls feel? Heavy forward, heavy back?
A little heavy forward.
So bump that trim 2-3 times.
Okay, that feels a lot better.
Okay, so speed's good. Let's just let that nose come down. You're giving this... Alright, let's give a little bit of power in to control that descent right now. Pick that nose up to flat. There you go. So right about here, you need a little left rudder. You see how we're straight now?
Yeah.
Bring that power out, let it touch. Nose up. There you go. Power idle. Bring that nose from stuffing down. Keep it up. Keep that nose up. Keep that nose up. Keep that nose up.
Alright, and let's take back off.
No, we'll come to a stop. So you can feel what a plow taxi feels like. And here we are. We are a boat. We are floating.
We are a boat.
Flying with someone for the first time is always interesting. Just because you know how someone is in a social setting doesn't mean you know how they are as a pilot and fellow crew member. In this case, I was in someone else's plane, someone who has many more hours of experience than I do, so the burden of proof is on me to show that I wasn't a complete airhead. I'd like to think that I did a pretty decent job of that.
Power in. Let's go. All of it. All of it. Water has got a lot of drag.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, this is me. So you notice as soon as you touched, the airplane wanted to dip.
It kind of did, yeah. That was like, I wasn't really expecting that.
Oh, sorry, I guess I could have warned you. All right, let's bring it back 25 on the...
25.
On the manifold.
There we go, 25.
And then we'll go 25 on the prop.
I usually fly light aircraft like the Cessna 172 and the Diamond DA-40, so it was a bit of a culture shock and muscle shock as I got used to handling the controls of the lake. Even with trim, keeping this bird going definitely took a bit more physical effort than I was used to.
One of the big things that gets a lot of people is how heavy the rudder is in this. So just give it a couple little kicks just to feel it.
It is heavy, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Why is she so heavy?
Because she's fat.
She's fat!
She's a fat girl.
She's so thick.
She's a little fatty. He's a... It was like failure to launch. She stars in Failure to Lunch.
Oh, no, no, don't listen to him, Ruthie. You're beautiful.
Really, why the tail is so heavy is because you have all that turbulent air hitting it right now from the props. And even the controls are heavier.
Another thing to keep in mind about flying a seaplane on the water is that you're going to run into a lot of birds, even more than you may run into on the land.
There's these birds. Give these birds some clearance. I do see some birds, so let's avoid those.
But just like all other airplanes, it too has a special cheat code to let you do whatever you want.
You came in broken and unreadable. I guess I'll cancel IFR. It's VFR where I'm at.
Life hacks.
Life hack 7600. You can do what you want now.
Now it was time for me to do something that felt a little naughty. Landing on Lake Michigan.
Lake Michigan.
Okay, let's go.
Let's see what Lake Michigan looks like.
This wasn't just some random little lake in the middle of nowhere. This was the Lake Michigan. As a Chicagoan, it's kind of a big deal. You can't see through to the other side, so it's basically an ocean. And the entire social scene of the Midwest really rides around Lake Michigan. So yeah, this was going to be a huge accomplishment.
We're going to aim for, you see this little pocket of like glassy water? Not going to aim for the texture, we're going to aim just to the right of the texture.
To the right of the texture, okay.
So you should be trimmed out your flight controls.
Alright, my flight controls.
You see all those docks coming out?
Yeah.
We're gonna try and land next to those docks. So right about 3 times. Good, bring it back in to about 12 inches of manifold pressure. I do see some birds, so let's avoid those.
Alright, oh yeah, I see them.
Alright.
Let them go, come on guys.
I'm sure some of you can say that you've taken a boat out on Lake Michigan before, but how many people can say that they've landed on it? Today was the day I added myself to that list.
I worry about it right now.
I highly recommend checking out Cheese Pilot on YouTube. I personally have him to thank for 2 successful oral exams of my own. Before taking my PPL check ride, I binge watched every single one of his private pilot mock orals. I passed mine on the first try, and I got very positive feedback from my DPE on that check ride, so I knew I had to come back to the videos for my instrument rating. I'm not sure how my oral would have turned out without them, and maybe I don't want to know. These days, I'm working toward my commercial rating, and I'm taking my time with it, but when the time comes, you just might see me on his YouTube channel. Naturally, I'll be crushing it, so stay tuned for that.
You know, we should give her some privacy when she's doing that.
Oh,